guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. If you watched last Monday's video, then you know that today's video is very special because I will be revealing the cover for Shadow Crown, which is book 1 in my new YA dark fantasy series. I was recently tagged by Mandy Lynn to do the AuthorTube work in progress tag, and it honestly could not have come at a better time. Since I'm going to be revealing the cover for Shadow Crown, I figured this tag would be perfect to go ahead and give you guys more information about Shadow Crown, how the idea came to be, and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right into this tag, and make sure you stay tuned for the end of this video because that is when I will be revealing the cover for Shadow Crown. Question number 1, what is the working title of your book? So I do have 2 other writing projects in progress right now, but like I said, for the sake of this video, we're just going to talk about Shadow Crown. First book is scheduled to be released on Tuesday, October 3rd of this year, so make sure you mark your calendars. Question 2, where did the idea for your book come from? So I had just finished reading the Young Elite series by Marie Lu, and even after I put that last book down, I was still so captivated by the dark themes that were present throughout the entire series. It almost haunted me, but in a good way. So maybe a week after I finished reading that, the Houston Rodeo was going on, and so Jonathan and I were at the Houston Rodeo, and it was so strange because I was in a very unique setting, and not that the rodeo inspired this idea in any way, shape, or form. We were just sitting there at the rodeo, and I think because I was in such a unique setting in a different place, my mind was just sort of able to wander, and it was like all of a sudden it was just a flood of ideas washing over me for what I wanted my next book series to be. It was completely unexpected, but I remember so vividly as people were being bucked off of their bulls, I'm sitting there with my phone on the notes function just trying to capture every idea that's flying through my brain because it was like the speed of light. These ideas were just going through my brain so fast. But yeah, I really do believe that sometimes when you put yourself in a setting that's very unique or different, or maybe one that you haven't been in before, it kind of allows your mind to wander off into a creative realm that you didn't even know existed. Question number 3, what genre is your current work in progress? So I know I already said this, but the Shadow Crown series is young adult dark fantasy. Question number 4, choose the actors for your movie rendition. So there are a lot of characters in the Shadow Crown series. I'm only going to name 4 actors or actresses that I would want to play in the movie rendition, and that's because I don't want to give away who all of the characters are just yet. So for King Darius Tymond, which is one of the antagonists, I would have Paul Bettany play him, and for my protagonist, Arden O'Leary, I would have Freya Tingley play her. And then as a bonus, 2 of the other characters that play a huge role in the first book are Raiden Hellstrom and Estelle Chatham. And Raiden Hellstrom would be played by Nick Krause, and Estelle Chatham would be played by Logan Browning. Question number 5, give a 1-sentence synopsis of your book. It is always so difficult to whittle down your manuscript into 1 sentence. But if I had to do it, I would say a 17-year-old assassin discovers unsettling secrets about her past, and only with her newfound abilities will she be able to overcome her inner darkness and either save or destroy the kingdom she's come to call home. Question number 6, will your book be self-published or represented by an agency? So as it stands right now, this book is going to be self-published just like all of my other books have been self-published. Question number 7, how long did it take you to write the first draft of your manuscript? So it took me 2 months to write this manuscript, and it's about 100,000 words. So with the current formatting I have, it's actually over 500 pages. I think right now it's sitting at a 530-page book. So it's a pretty large book. It's definitely the longest one I've ever written. But I completed the first 50,000 words in July of 2016, and then I saved the remaining 50,000 words for NaNoWriMo, which was in November 2016. So over those 2 months, I wrote the full 100,000 words for Shadow Crown. Question number 8, what other books would you compare your story to? Young Elites by Marie Lu. I would also say Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. Question number 9, who or what inspired you to write the book? So I've always wanted to try my hand at writing fantasy, but not high fantasy. So like Lord of the Rings. Not that there's anything wrong with Lord of the Rings, I absolutely love it, but I just didn't want to write high fantasy. So after I read The Young Elites and saw there was this different side of fantasy that I had never read before, which was dark fantasy, I thought to myself, I think I could pull that off. I think I could really create a world and create characters that are really struggling with sort of inner demons, if you will. So I was really intrigued by the dark fantasy concept and I wanted to give it a shot. And I will say to date, Shadow Crown has been the most fun for me to write. Question number 10, what else about your book might pique the reader's interest? Well, I don't know how many of you have picked up on the fact that since it is dark fantasy, there are darker elements involved, which really means that the characters are struggling with an inner darkness and inner demons, like I just mentioned. But there also is a magic system involved, and I feel really proud of this magic system I created because it's not just, oh, this person can fly and oh, this person can read people's minds. I put a lot of thought into the magic system and how these abilities are going to play into this first book and then all the rest of the books in the series. So I really worked hard to create that magic system and I'm so excited to share that with you guys and see what you think. And the other thing I really love about Shadow Crown, as well as the rest of the series, is that it's written in a mix of first and third person. So I definitely imitated the style that Marie Lu has in her Young Elite series. I really loved how her protagonist point of view, it was written in first person because I feel like you really connected with her on a much deeper level. And then the other characters were written in third person. So I imitated that same writing style and I really love how it turned out. I feel like it's just a meshing of a bunch of different stories and how they all come together. But I feel like you get really, really close to the protagonist and everything that she's feeling, which is exactly what I wanted. So I think the darker elements, the unique magic system, and the different point of views that the story is written in is something that will pique readers' interest. So that is it for the AuthorTube work in progress tag. I want to thank Mandy Lynn so much for tagging me. This was a wonderful tag. Like I said, it came at the perfect time, and I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing more about Shadow Crown, and I hope you are just as excited as I am to read it because I cannot wait to release it. I'm sitting here waiting for summer to be over, not just because of the weather, but I'm just so ready for October and the fall. October is my favorite month, and now I will have a book being released in my favorite month, so that's really cool. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for, it is time to reveal the cover for Shadow Crown. As per usual, I did work with Damon Zaw on this cover. They designed all of my covers for the Alpha Drive series, so the Alpha Drive, the Order of Omega, and Restitution, and I've hired them to design the rest of my series, which is Shadow Crown. So this first cover, I will say right now, out of all my covers, is my absolute favorite. It encompasses everything that I wanted for this series. So without further ado, let's reveal the cover for Shadow Crown. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! There it is. So that is the cover for Shadow Crown. Again, it will be released on Tuesday, October 3rd of this year, 2017. So make sure you mark your calendars. I would also love to know what you guys think of this cover. So please leave comments down below and let me know. So for this tag, I don't have anyone specific that I want to tag, but I would like to tag all of you. So if you have a YouTube channel or a blog, I would love to know what you're working on, what your work in progress is. So make sure if you do this tag to leave a link to it down below because I'd love to check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today. If you did, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. All three of my books, The Alpha Drive, The Order of Omega, and Restitution, are available for purchase on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, The Book Depository, and Books A Million. You can also order signed copies of all three books. For more information on how to get your hands on an autographed copy, feel free to click on the link in the description box below. I have teamed up with Audible, the premier provider of digital audiobooks with over 180,000 titles to choose from, to give you guys some free stuff. If you go to audibletrial.com/KristenMartinBooks, then you can get a free audiobook download and a free 30-day trial for their service. My books are not yet available in audiobook format, but this is something I'm working on for the future. I have opened up a Society6 store where you can get some #AuthorLife goodies, such as mugs, laptop cases, and sleeves. To purchase some #AuthorLife goodies, go to society6.com/authorKristenMartin. Also, I do have some future collaborations and interviews coming up with some booktubers and some other authors. So the next one is Wednesday, June 21st at 5 p.m. Central with Juliana at That World in Books. She's actually going to be interviewing me on Google Hangouts, and it's actually going to be live, so you can submit your questions live. So make sure you mark that date down in your calendar. Again, it's Wednesday, June 21st, and make sure you're following me on my social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, because that is where I usually announce a lot of the interviews and collaborations and just all the things that are going on. So to make sure you don't miss out on that Google Hangout and that live interview, make sure you're following me on social media. Today is the last day to get the ebook version of Restitution for only $1.99 on the Kindle store. You do not actually have to have a physical Kindle to participate in this price promotion. All you have to do is go to the App Store or Google Play Store, download the Kindle app, sign in with your Amazon ID, and then you can type in restitution in the search bar and you'll be able to download the ebook for only $1.99. If you have any questions or anything like me to talk about in one of my next videos, feel free to leave a comment down below. You can also ask a question or post a comment anonymously on my Ask Me Anything page on Tumblr. Again, all the links are listed below. Thank you so much again for watching. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel on your way out. Don't forget, I post new writing advice videos on Mondays and personal day in the life vlogs every other Thursday. I will see you guys next time. Bye.